Hey, my Young and the Restless fans. Yes, it is Thursday, but I'm telling you, we have one terrific episode today. So get your snacks ready, get comfortable as we unpack the drama. I'm telling you, a lot is going on up in Paris, and we finally get bits and pieces of what happened with Traci. I mean, we got a few highlights. Alan and Traci rally around Ashley, trying to help her navigate the turbulent aftermath of her night with Martin, and then she realize why her alters hate Tucker McCall. So without any further ado, let's unpack this Parisian drama for June 6th. We start off in the quiet stillness of a Parisian night where Traci is sleeping soundly while Ashley is trying to nurse another cup of coffee. Now, Alan is concerned but supportive, sits beside her, reminding her how lucky she is to have such a steadfast sister. They share a moment of admiration for Traci's unwavering support, but Ashley's worry is seeping through. She fears that she's pushing the boundaries, and Alan, sensing her growing exhaustion, cautions her about the dangers of running on adrenaline and lack of sleep. She can't afford the rest, though. The risk of her alters taking over is just too great. Alan tries to reassure her, reminding her that she can still lose control even while awake. Now, this acknowledgement only heightens her anxiety, and she is terrified what might happen if she slips. Now, Ashley grapples with these fears, but Alan is convinced that she's gaining strength. It's been a while since her alters appeared, which is a sign of progress. He emphasizes how far she's come, though she admits that she is scared to uncover the truth about that night. Now, Alan is still urging her to rest, insisting that they need a fresh start with Traci by her side. Ashley, yes, she said, I can't find any peace, especially after learning about Martin's dark past. Alan understands his own history with his brothers, fraught with danger and regret. Now, the memory of Martin, who's a sociopath, fills Alan with dread, and he regrets that his brother had any access to Ashley. Now, determined, Ashley prompts Alan for the next step. When he suggests hypnosis, she latches on the idea despite the risk. Let's do this, she insists, her resolve unwavering, even as Alan warns her again. Under Alan's guidance, she takes deep breaths and count back from 10. With each number, her anxiety seems to heighten until finally at 1, Alan asks her to recall the meeting Martin had at the bar with her. As she begins to remember, Traci silently enters, taking a seat in the corner to offer her quiet support. Now, Ashley recalls the initial joy of seeing Martin, believing it was Alan. They caught up, discussing Tucker. The atmosphere felt deceptively comfortable, and Alan pushes for more details as she struggles to remember Martin whispering something that she couldn't make out. And with Alan's encouragement, she filters out the noise, finally recalling Martin mentioning a piece of art he wanted to show her at the house. Breaking the trance, Ashley announces that they need to go to his townhouse. She's certain her memories will flood back there. Just then, she notices a message from Tucker. He's in Paris and claims to have run into Alan, who apparently ignored him. Now, confusion is clouding her mind as Alan denies seeing Tucker, suspecting it was Martin instead. Ashley calls Tucker, demanding to know how he knew she was in Paris. He said Jack told him. She quizzes Tucker about seeing Alan, but his description doesn't match up. Realizing that he must have seen Martin, and she abruptly ends the call. Now, Alan, who has had private investigators searching for his brother for 2 years, hasn't found them at all. I'm wondering if he's using Victor's people as well. Is alarmed by the news. Now, despite Traci's concern and suggestion to wait, Ashley's determination remains unshaken. She needs to confront this now. Now, the three of them head to Alan's townhouse, a place Ashley has never been before. As soon as they arrive, she recognizes a painting on the wall. Desperate for clarity, she asks to be hypnotized again, but Alan urges patience, encouraging her to let the memories come naturally. In a flashback, Ashley recalls sharing brandy with Martin and hearing a suspicious noise. Now, Alan rushes off to investigate, leaving Ashley and Traci on the edge. The tension is wearing Traci's nerves, but Ashley stays focused, drawing strength from her sister's faith in her. The voices in her head are quieter. Now, Traci's heartfelt reassurances help her stay grounded. Looking at the sofa, memories of discussing Tucker with Martin flood back. Martin had tried to manipulate manipulate her perception of Tucker's violence. Alan returns, at least so they think, finding no sign of recent activities in the townhouse. Ashley reveals that Martin had called her his subject and tried to distort her view of Tucker's actions. Now, Alan, burdened by guilt, confesses that Martin's influence had made him doubt his own treatment methods. Despite his self-doubt, Alan suggests another round of hypnosis. Now, Traci, yeah, she's skeptical, reminding him of his earlier caution. But Ashley is resolute and Alan supports her decision. He puts her under again, guiding her back to the bar where Martin suggested reenacting her confrontation with Tucker. Under hypnosis, she relives the argument with Martin playing Tucker, urging her to see Tucker's rage and violence. Now, Martin manipulates the scenario, telling her that she can reclaim her power. As she recalls kissing Martin, she snaps out of the trance, realizing that she had blurred Tucker and Martin together in her mind. Now, confused, Ashley wonders if her alters were protecting her from Martin's true nature all along. She is actually fighting her alters in this moment, realizing that her intuition is saying something's not right with this guy that she's currently talking to. Now, we see Alan praising her for cracking the code, but she begins to see through the facade, realizing that Alan is actually Martin, and she tries to run, but he grabs her. And finally, meanwhile, in his room, Tucker is replaying Ashley's phone call, trying to piece together the puzzle. Unsure of what's happening, he prepares to take action, setting the stage for the next dramatic twist in this gripping saga, which leads us to our Friday cliffhanger. Okay, so there you have it. Let us get the conversation started down in the comment section. What did you think about everything that unfolded in this episode? Ashley recalling everything that happened with Martin and realizing why her alters hated Tucker McCall so much, because she was manipulated in her thoughts and her alters were protecting her. And I'm wondering, that bump that happened in the other room, I honestly think Martin was there listening to the whole conversation. And when Alan went back to check, I honestly think Martin probably bopped him upside the head and quietly put him away, changed shirts, and then came back to represent himself as Alan. And of course, we saw what happened. He grabbed Ashley, and Traci's in the other room. She's probably going to be the one to find the actual Alan. Or could this just be one guy? It's going to be interesting to see actually how this ends up, so we got to stay tuned. Also, stay tuned for the Bold and the Beautiful recap for today, as well as Lee put Katie on notice about her sister today. And yeah, we still got more fallout about what's going to happen over at Forrester when it comes to who's going to take Ridge's spot, or at least help him out. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on your notifications so you're notified every time a video is posted. And until the next one, we'll see you all soon. Bye, guys.